Yo, it's your boy Marcus and what's any back from the video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the COD mobile problem. So, if you saw my video about Jokesta and his situation and the partnerships and things like that, I'm kind of like coattailing off of that in a way and just kind of talking about COD mobile and like my biggest problem with the game and what I think would be one of the biggest changes to make the game better, right? Here, you're seeing me play some Control and Ranked. I fire these kids. I just start off bad like I normally do because that's how my gameplays work. So, basically what happens in COD Mobile is they release these patch notes every season. You see them on Instagram, you see them in the game, and they buff everything and they don't nerf anything. That's problem number one, right? We need to nerf stuff. The time to kill in COD Mobile is insanely fast. Everything's super broken, especially the USS-9, the Odin. There's too many guns three-shotting, right? We need to nerf these guns. All of them need a nerf, right? In turn, by nerfing pretty much every gun in the top 5, right? We then make guns that are worse more viable, and then you can also buff those guns, like the FR556, which hasn't been good in who knows how long, if ever, and the AGR, the SMG, which hasn't been good who knows how long, if ever. Those guns become more viable, right? I'm trying to get those guns gold, and these things are terrible. So, horrible. Anyway, that's one problem, right? The patch notes, they're terrible. I've made whole videos talking about how bad they are. What's the next problem, right? Well, hitting legendary and ranked kind of has, there needs to be something different about ranked to make it different from public matches, right? And what the problem is with public matches, there's no prestige system, there's no system of leveling up to show progress or anything like that, right? We have the level system. They put in a new 50 levels every other couple of seasons, and that's it. That's not really what we're looking for, right? And the way they do that is they offer a reward for every level. They don't really have to do that, right? Add in 500 levels, make it a lot more XP to earn. That way this is way more of a grind, and then give us an award every 10 levels. You know what I mean? And that's how you do it. And then people will want to grind out to hit. Right now we're level 400, I think, in the game. So level 1000, right? And then once you hit level 1000, you prestige and you reset back down to 1. And then you grind all the way back up. And you do that 10 times. And then now you get a little prestige icon right next to your you've been legendary 15 times icon in multiplayer and BR. And then like if you have a collective icon where you bought like all the Samurai Soul collection, then you get that. So I think that would be a really cool idea. That's a way to just extend out the grind of the multiplayer side of this game. And overall, because you get XP for multiplayer, BR, zombies, all of it goes to that. And it's super easy. As long as you play, you should be like 400 by now. Now, in doing that process, they should also change up something with ranked, right? And I've been mentioning the ban system. I've made countless fucking videos on the ban system and how that would work, what they need to do, everything that they should ban. I literally laid it out one by one with every aspect of this game of what they need to ban. So that is what differentiates COD Mobile public matches and COD Mobile ranked matches, right? If they wanted to do it as easy as possible, just copy what they do in the competitive scene in COD Mobile and do it that way, right? They do ban stuff in the competitive scene. Not much, not enough, but they do ban items, right? Cheesy items like, I think they banned thermites. They banned the SKS at a point. You know what I mean? They banned the USS-9 at a point, right? So that's how it should be. Now, in doing that, by banning that, you then make this a more competitive game mode here in COD Mobile Ranked. And then you make public matches separate from that, because in public matches, you can use all the stuff that's not banned in Ranked, right? They'll ban trip mines in Ranked. Well, now you can use them in pubs. You know what I mean? So people who, they don't like that all their favorite equipment's getting banned, because generally people who are using trip mines, trip sensors, alert perks, they're not as good, right? Let's be frank. So they can go play pubs, you know what I mean? And that'll sort of change over, a category of people to playing pubs, and that'll make it more competitive for those of us that are playing multiplayer ranked. And that'll in turn be better. Now, I would say this would be the same case for BR, but in BR, everything is just ranked, right? It's all ranked, everything's allowed. And that's more fine there because BR is more, it's not like multiplayer, right? it's just not. BR, you can kind of just get away with doing stuff. It's got special abilities, so you can get out of a situation at any time, right? You just throw down a smoke bomber, now nobody can see shit except for you. You know what I mean? So it's different there. You don't necessarily need that system there. And then with zombies, right? I've covered this problem as well. I've pretty much covered every problem there is to cover in this damn game. But with zombies, I heard we're getting a new map. I haven't seen what map it is. I guarantee you it's probably from a previous Call of Duty. Unless they decided out of nowhere to make an original COD Mobile Zombies map, which would be dope. But it's probably from a previous game. I know Noctur and Toten was leaked in the game files back in like Season 1, 2019. So if they're finally bringing that into the game, then that would be pretty cool. It's not a great map. If that is the one they're bringing in, it's the very first map Call of Duty ever made. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty bare bones, even more so than Shinonuma. So hopefully they get around to actually putting in a real map. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we need Horizon Drac or Garage Crovey or Zombies in Spaceland, you know, these awesome maps. I'm not saying that because that's, you know what I mean? That probably takes as much time to put into a game as like Blackout and Isolated. You know what I mean? Those are pretty big deals. So I'm just saying hopefully we get a better map. I'll take Town from Black Ops 2. You know what I mean? So hopefully that kind of makes sense. That kind of, you know, people understand like my Codm problem, and that's like my solution laid out in a nice small video instead of me going way more in depth and explaining it. I just want to cover all of these topics that are kind of problems with this game and how they can be quickly improved with the snap of a finger, and what my idea for this was, right? I've made full-length videos covering all these topics, so I think in doing that, you know, this way is a little bit more addressing the problem directly, I guess. With that being said, let me know your thoughts, things you would like to see change in the game overall, right? This isn't just COD Mobile's issue, isn't just multiplayer ranked, right? I talked about this in my Jokester video where I was like, you know, the silent majority and the loud minority, right? So they gotta appease one of the two, if not both, right? But it's a lot easier to appease the silent majority than the loud minority, right? We want very small things though. Like what we want isn't that big of a deal. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This gameplay, 30 kills in control, and I mean this was pretty light work. I know we lost that one round, but for the most part, this wasn't too bad. I love this growl camo. It goes great with my character. I might have to do a seasonal camo update. I did like a ranking every seasonal camo video like a year ago. It might be time because this one's great. There's another great one that we got, I think Ocean Waves. So I might need to go back and re-rank them because there might be some competition for the top spot now. Like it's pretty crazy. They're actually going back and making good seasonal camos again. They must have watched my video about how shitty they were for a bit there. The Assault Pattern and Golden Opportunity, like those ones that are absolutely terrible. 31-7, 2-1 in the game, so pretty good work. That being said, I'm out of town, so you'll be seeing less content this weekend than normal, but I'll still have these videos out. This one you'll see, and you'll see a Farlight one as well. So hopefully y'all enjoy that. Feel free to check out some of my older videos. This class setup, this is my nuke setup, like my favorite nuke setup in the game. I run full ammo on the growl because it's got so little recoil, you don't need to put any other attachments on it. So running full ammo means I can use this gun and not have to pick up somebody else's gun on my nuke streak. So that's why you see me run this gun a lot if I'm going for like a nuke or something like that in ranked. That being said, pretty much covered everything. This camo does look really good. Dude, that might be like my favorite tournament camo. It's weird. Crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to. It's been your boy Marcus Morsini. I'm out. Peace.